Well, guys, sorry for the long hiatus. Life has been a little busy here lately for the both of us.
Yeah, it's been hectic, but thank you for sticking around with us.
Yeah, welcome to another episode of Our Drunken History. Zach and Trav in the shed.
Yep. And this week we got pretty good getting back to some of the alcohol-related content that we've been
To
known
put us
for.
on the map.
Yeah. And so this week we're talking about when drunk animals attack.
Yeah, or animals drinking in general, but
Yeah.
sometimes the results are not entertaining.
Yeah. So you ever give your dog beer?
Yeah, I had a dog in North Carolina that I'm a responsible dog owner, I will say.
Yeah.
Now.
Now I am. Yeah.
But there was times in the past when I really wasn't responsible at anything. And I had a blue heeler yellow lab mix named Harley,
Yeah.
who was a sweetheart of a dog. And we gave him beer in our party days. And I mean one night I got him pretty tore up because apparently I wasn't the only one that he was drinking beer from. But I ended up having to carry him into my bed. He passed out. He woke up. He had a hangover.
Oh man.
The next day, he was not himself. Now I know that that's not a responsible thing to do, but I'm not gonna lie about the things I did either. So I did, but Huck, my dog, now he likes the taste of beer, and I don't get him drunk, but
Yeah.
if I'm having one, I'll pour out a little for him. He enjoys it.
Pour out one for your homie.
Yeah, he just a sip though. Just
yeah.
a sip. He's German.
We had several years ago. We used to have this little bitty Chihuahua, and that thing liked beer.
Oh geez,
And
that's dangerous, man. That's a little liver.
Well, it would give it in little bottle caps. We'd fill up a bottle cap, and it would lick the cap clean.
My grandpa had a cocker.
Okay,
Yeah, and she was a cool dog, and he used to give her beer out of the frisbee.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandpa had a horse, a little pony, and you could put a beer bottle in your pocket, and the horse would walk up behind you and grab the bottle out and tip it up with his lips,
No shit.
drink it, and just
Wow.
guzzle a whole bottle and like chug it. But a horse, a bottle of beer ain't nothing.
Yeah, that's not gonna do anything to a
Yeah.
horse. Yeah.
So
That's cool.
yeah. Have you seen some of the videos online of the squirrels eating like the fermented apples or whatever?
My dad has a tree in his front yard. It's called a Green Mountain Ash.
Okay.
It's a tree that's native to the Rockies. Really a pretty tree. It grows these little orange berries,
Yeah.
and the berries tend to ferment. And then my dad will sit out on his deck and watch the squirrels and the robins, the birds, come in and eat those berries and get drunk. And they'll eat those fermented berries, and then they'll go to sleep in his yard for a while, and then they'll wake up and they'll go about their day. But yeah, he's got one he calls Bob,
Yeah.
one of the robins.
Bob the Robin.
Yeah, Bob the
Robbins.
robin. Yeah, and it comes down and eats those berries. And then before it gets drunk, it'll fly up on his deck, and then it'll sleep right there on the railing beside my dad's chair
Oh, that's
while
funny.
he's sitting there doing his crosswords and shit, Sudokus.
So
So Bob the robin and my dad are good buddies.
they're drinking buddies.
My dad doesn't drink though, is the thing. He's the DD.
He's the DD.
Yeah.
Oh, keeps him safe while he can take a nap, sleep it off.
So he does. Yeah, my dad sits there and Bob the robin gets drunk and
That's
hangs
funny.
out on the deck.
Yeah, there's a video online. We could probably put a clip of it. A lot of people have probably seen it, but it was a squirrel. He was eating the fermented little crab apples.
Yeah.
And he was so drunk that he would jump up on the side of the tree, and then he would just fall off. He couldn't hang onto the tree. His head was all leaning back, and he couldn't climb.
Huh.
He would jump and just freeze, and then just fall over off the side of the tree.
There's actually a lot of natural occurrences of animals drinking while eating fermented fruit,
Yeah.
drinking alcohol essentially, and getting drunk. There's I believe the fruit is called a masala.
Sala. I think I've heard of that.
It's a fruit that grows naturally in Africa,
Okay.
and it ferments. And the elephants and warthogs
Okay, yeah.
will eat that fermented fruit and get drunk, and they have big drunk parties out there at the waterhole.
Oh, heck yeah. Like mud wrestling out there if it's the hog.
Pretty much, yeah.
So
It's like a WWE event.
So speaking of WWE, kind of like that, that's our first story that we got right here.
Oh, it's a good segue. Unintentional. Unintentional good segue.
So this first one, it comes out of Australia, of all places. So, and there was this group of campers. They go out, they're camping out in the outback somewhere at this.
Something I would never do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love camping, but not in the outback. Everything's gonna kill you.
Yeah, everything's trying to kill you out there. So they're out there. They got their camp set up. They said it's getting to be close to nighttime. They're getting ready to go to bed, and they're in their tent. And then they said they heard something rustling around in their camp. Well, they shine a light, and it's a big wild hog is rummaging through their cooler of their food and stuff. Well, they had an 18-pack of beer in their cooler, and he just went through and like bit each one of those cans and drank all the beer.
Oh no!
Out of their cooler, got drunk, and then he ate all their food.
Went on like an asshole house guest.
So yeah, so this pig, he drinks all their beer. He runs around and he eats all their food, and then he starts picking fights with stuff. Like he picked a fight with a tent, ripped the tent up, and then it was like on a kind of free range land, and there were some cows there, and then he started going to fight cows, and he went and fought a couple cows, like headbutting, charging these cows. The cows were trying to kick him and stuff. They said that happened for a couple hours. This pig was just running around fighting stuff. He said he fought a tree.
He was that guy.
Yeah. He said he would headbutt a tree over and over, and finally this pig passed out underneath this tree and slept it off. And they said the next morning he woke up and ran off. And after he slept off his bender of drinking his 18-pack of Foster's.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, like that's a good story. I mean, it's a feel-good story.
Feel good story. Yeah. So that one's
and everybody has been that guy.
Just wanting to fight the
got
cow.
drunk, got in a fight. Yeah.
So the headline of this story is boozy feral pig steals beer, gets drunk, and starts fight with a cow.
I like it. That's a good one.
Oh man. So our next one, this one's kind of crazy. So this one comes out of India, and it's about an alcoholic monkey. And some of the reports, I've read a few different articles about this, and some of it's not.
This is like a well-known thing in India.
Yeah. Well, it's because I think they basically sentenced this monkey to. I guess in India they don't believe in putting an animal down or whatever. So they said they sentenced it to prison. So they put it in monkey jail in a zoo.
It's like a zoo, yeah. All animals in the zoo
are
in prison.
But the owner evidently regularly fed this monkey alcohol.
Which I don't agree with.
Yeah, it was, what was it? A rhesus macaw. So they're pretty
macaque.
A macaque, yeah.
Am I right?
I think so. Macaw.
I think macaw is a bird, isn't it?
Macaque. M-A-C-A-Q-U-E.
Yeah, macaque.
Macaque. They're like those red-haired, like almost looks like a baboon, doesn't it? A little bit, I think.
I don't know, man. Maybe.
So this.
Yeah, no. I mean, that sounds like a common animal. Like I think I've heard of that before.
So. I
don't know what a rhesus monkey is. They're the ones that they use for like lab animals.
Yeah, they have the little.
Or no, those are capuchins.
Capuchins. Well, they have the capuchin monkeys, and then they have another one that are another type of rhesus.
I thought a rhesus monkey was a lab animal too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
So evidently, this monkey started off as a pet, I guess, originally. The owner fed him beer or fed him alcohol all the time.
Got the hooks in.
Well, so I guess they decided to cut him off at some point. So then he started going
go
through
withdrawals. DTs.
And so he attacked the owner, hurt the owner. There are some reports that he killed the owner. There's some reports saying
that's like a small monkey, like.
Yeah, so that stuff is unconfirmed. So he attacked the owner.
I mean, I know monkeys are strong, like pound for pound. I still think I'd kick a little one's ass.
So this monkey escaped, and then he made a beeline straight for the local liquor store. He'd been there a few times already before with the owner. So he goes to the liquor store and starts stealing alcohol.
He wanted to get his fix.
And they said so he would go steal liquor and get drunk, and chase people, attack people.
All right.
Well, so evidently it happened pretty regular. There was over 200 incidents of this monkey attacking people and getting drunk and stealing liquor from the store. So they said when people would try to stop it or try to confront it, it would show his big old teeth and try to bite people. And
he was the pig trying to fight the cow.
He was wanting to fight, and he had to go. He would go, and evidently it just wasn't that one liquor store. If they ran him off from one, he'd go find a different store, steal beer from a different store, and
man.
And finally, I guess they captured him and they sent him to monkey jail. They sent him to. He got life in prison. For
wow.
He injured several people by biting them and stuff. And
that's all. I mean, that's sad. It's sad. But, I mean,
yeah.
God, could you imagine getting attacked by a monkey and all it wants is a fucking Coors Light?
Yeah. No, yeah. It's like, here's a beer. Calm down, dude.
We're friends.
Yeah.
Huh. I had not heard of that.
Yeah. So it was a pretty interesting story. But no, I've never seen a monkey get drunk though.
Well, there's a song in that. Isn't that the
Well, there's that martial arts, the drunk monkey boxing or something like that.
Monkey get drunk. Oh, how'd that fucking song go? I gotta look this up real quick.
Gotta look that up. There was that like kung fu style or something, the drunk monkey kung fu or something like that. That the monks in Tibet or something like that came up with.
No, there's a song. The Animal Fair. I went to the Animal Fair. The birds and the bees were there. The big baboon by the light of the moon was combing his auburn hair. The monkey bumped the skunk and sat on the elephant's trunk. The elephant sneezed and fell to his knees, and that was the end of the monk. I guess no one got drunk in that song.
Huh.
I thought it was the monkey got drunk and... Fuck. Well, nothing happened. That was about alcohol in that whole song. I swear. Oh, yeah, the monkey got drunk and sat on the elephant. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. The monkey got drunk.
Yeah.
They're always causing problems.
Yeah. The monkey got drunk and sat on the elephant's trunk. The elephant sneezed and fell to its knees. That's it. That's what I remember as a kid.
That's a kid song. Nice.
In Montana, it is. We're irresponsible.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You can play that. I don't care.
Oh, that'd be good.
I felt like I sang that well.
You did. It was actually pretty nice.
I'm not tone deaf.
You did a lot better than I would on it.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I was thinking when I was reading this. I don't remember no bumping a skunk.
It
was the monkey got drunk.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, whatever. You're welcome.
That was a good song.
Thanks.
I liked it. You did
Sing
well
that to your kids.
Yeah. I have to look at it. I just get a recording of you doing it and just play it that way.
I'm fine. I don't care. They know me.
Listen, Uncle Zach, sing me a nursery rhyme there.
That's right. They'll say, "What the fuck is wrong with your friend?"
Yeah. Oh, man. I got one final story here, and this one took a turn for the worse.
Is it worse than the monkey biting people in India?
Worse than monkeys biting people in India.
All right.
So this also happened in India.
India's a bad place for drunk animals.
Yeah, like they think they would secure their alcohol a little bit better, I guess, over there.
After one incident, like most places change their policy.
Yeah. Well, so this place was kind of a village. It was homemade alcohol that caused this.
Moonshine.
I think it was like homemade wine. But one of the worst animals that you could possibly get drunk.
In India.
In India.
I'm going to say an Asian elephant.
An Asian elephant, yes. Actually, a few Asian elephants.
Well, I was between that and tiger. Because tiger's not one I would want to get in a tangle with.
Imagine a drunk tiger.
But like we had already talked about, elephants drink, they eat fermented fruit. So,
yeah. So
a drunk tiger would be a nightmare.
Yeah. Imagine a tiger.
Just a tiger that wants to fight.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
And then he all no fucks given anymore, and he goes just on a rampage.
Yeah, just fucking asshole mode. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Terrible.
Yeah. So these elephants. So I guess there's this village. Where'd it go? In Trying to see where in the West Bengal province, I guess.
That's where the tigers are, Bengal tigers.
Yeah. So this herd of elephants came across this stash of wine that this village was making, barrels and barrels of wine. So I guess they said a group of these elephants busted open the barrels and drank like hundreds of gallons of wine.
It would take a lot of booze to get an elephant drunk. I mean, an elephant's liver has got to be the size of a Volkswagen.
Oh yeah, they're huge. Yeah, there's no telling how many. The problem was this herd, like the whole herd, got drunk, and they found all this wine, drank it, and they went on a 4-day rampage through these villages. Drunk, like they said, they were flattening houses, running through houses.
Does an elephant have a fast metabolism? Or
No,
like I imagine
actually,
it's pretty slow.
I think it's pretty
like,
slow.
I bet
yeah.
Like, what's their heartbeat of an elephant? Probably like 20 beats a minute.
Yeah, I think it's pretty slow. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, it would probably take them like 4 fucking ever to process.
Yeah, so that's probably why it lasted 4 days.
Yeah.
'Cause it probably took them that long to process and come off of it.
Oh my god.
So they said there was 70. They said the 70 strong herd of elephants. So there's 70,
Jesus.
70 drunk elephants.
Nothing you could do to stop that.
So
Like short of a nuclear fucking attack, you
Yeah.
cannot stop that.
So that's what it was. That's why there was so much wine. It was fermented rice wine, and they were getting ready to have a festival. So they had all these barrels of wine prepped for this big festival, and the elephants found it
All right.
and drank it. Well, so there's like one elephant fell asleep, passed out, and just flattened a house. He landed on because like little shacks that they
Yeah,
live in.
yeah, it's like grass huts.
So
Yeah.
they fell asleep and fell over on a house, leveled a house. Some of them got into fights with livestock or fights with each other.
Fucking chickens.
And so after the end of it, so there was a 4-day rampage, they called it, where they went through all these different houses and stuff. But they said there was like 4 people ended up dying. Like they got crushed
Jesus
from these
Christ,
elephants.
man.
They said they staggered through the surrounding area and began to fall asleep hither and thither, throwing life completely haywire, is what a witness
Jesus,
said.
man, that's terrible.
But evidently some of these elephants were known to actually seek out. They could smell it, and they had developed a taste for it. And,
they were boozy elephants.
Yeah. So evidently they've had problems with it in the past, but this just happened to be.
It's like one bad herd, like
Yeah.
giving a bad name to all the whole species.
Yeah. Oh.
That's fucking awesome.
But yeah, so they destroyed a town basically. They said over 400 people are killed every year by elephants in India.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was that many.
I didn't realize. Yeah, that's more than shark attacks in the
Worldwide,
world. Yeah.
like in a decade. Like probably in a century.
Yeah.
Like that's like shark attacks. People are real scared of sharks. Sharks kill like 2 people a year worldwide.
Yeah.
Like mosquitoes are like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, mosquitoes is like one of the biggest killers of anything.
I think it's the biggest.
The malaria. They said they had the first case of malaria.
I know, here in fucking Arkansas, man. Now we gotta watch out for that shit.
Yeah.
God
to break out
damn,
my
fucking doxy.
Doxy, yeah. The chloroquine.
Crazy, fuck.
But yeah, some of these crazy animals, man.
Have you ever heard of Mary the elephant in New York? So I don't remember I don't know if it was Barnum's and Bailey's or whatever, but it was a circus elephant that went on a fucking rampage in New York City, and they hung it.
Oh,
They
really?
sentenced to death by hanging.
Oh, wow.
So like they brought a crane in and they hung this elephant in downtown New York.
Oh,
This is in
wow.
like the 1910s or 1920s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really bad, like brutal stories. Because like circus elephants have a reputation of being mistreated.
Yeah, I
So-
can almost bet that's probably what the case was.
Yeah, it was like it just had enough,
Yeah.
and it went on. And I don't remember how many people died, but it killed some people. So they sentenced it to death by hanging, and they got like I've seen the pictures. It's pretty fucking brutal, man.
Yeah.
Like it made me sad.
Oh, yeah. Well, one of the things that made me sad, talking about elephants and stuff, that kind of on the same lines was freaking Thomas Edison, dude.
Oh, he electrocuted the one just to show.
Yep. So
Yeah,
he
how
had
dangerous DC current was.
Yep.
Yeah.
They if you don't know, so Thomas Edison back in the day, this
was against Tesla.
Yeah, I guess it's the late 1800s.
World's Fair of 1889 or some shit.
So they had Edison was a big proponent of AC current, and you had Tesla that was.
It was a DC guy.
Yep, and they had this big feud between which type of electricity was better, and Edison wanted to prove how dangerous DC current was.
So he shocked the shit out of an elephant.
Yep. He put like a steel cage on this elephant's head and hooked it up to these big ass batteries, and electrocuted this elephant to death to show how
dangerous DC
it was. Which you can still do the same thing with AC, but
but I mean, people fucking fell for it.
Yeah,
and we're all on AC.
So I mean, technically for the purposes that we use it, AC is better. It probably would have stood up to its own merits. He wouldn't have to go to the extreme that they did, you know. So
yeah, my cousin's got her on again, off again. He's a professional hunter.
Okay.
I don't know that I agree with all that. Like, I'm a hunter, but I hunt for meat, you know. And don't get me wrong, like, I enjoy shooting big deer and big elk and everything, but like, that's not my purpose.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to fill my freezer and then like, eat good meat.
Yeah.
But anyway,
try to feed your family.
Yeah, he shot a giraffe a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
That's one of the things I didn't like. I wanted to do a hunt in Africa, but which I guess you can eat some of the meat there, and they do donate.
They won't ship it back.
You can't bring any of the meat back with you. You can't import it.
Yeah.
And,
he shot a hippo a couple weeks ago.
Really? And to me,
I understand the economic impact of it. I mean, I'm pretty well read on this. I get that, like, the money that you pay as a hunter to go over there and shoot these animals, that like really helps out the villages, and I get it. And then the meat goes to them as well.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's just like, it's something that kind of hits me wrong at sometimes to go to like a whole other continent just to kill something.
Yeah.
Like, there's fucking everything around to go kill if you want to fill your freezer. Like,
well, that's the thing, is like you're talking about. I like to hunt to fill my freezer. I got 3 kids at home. They eat a lot.
Yeah,
we eat a lot of deer meat.
And I know I'm kind of hypocritical on that because I'm going on a guided hunt to go hunt elk.
Yeah, but still, you're gonna eat the elk.
Absolutely. Like, that's really, I'm not sharing it.
Exactly.
Like, I'm gonna share it with you, but like.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'm not sharing it with a fucking village. No offense, villagers.
But yeah,
kill your own fucking elk.
That's one of the things I didn't like about it. Is like you're not able to import
that
stuff. So
I also understand it from the aspect of like larger male animals tend to kill smaller animals. Like big male grizzlies will kill cubs.
Yeah.
I know that, like, you know, big male anything kills offspring to put the females back into heat. Like, I get how it all. I understand the biology behind it, but man, I couldn't personally justify going to Africa and shooting a hippo or a giraffe. Like, giraffes are cool. I feed the giraffes at the zoo.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, some of those animals are
shit.
Like,
they're endangered, and they're like,
I mean, there's some animals that are just cool, and you don't want to.
I've like, and it's not that I have ill will towards any animal, but I enjoy eating deer, like, and elk, and we can have the whole conversation of, you can go buy meat at the store, but
a hippo, though, that's really, like, they're not really, they don't run very fast. They're just kind of standing there.
Yeah, I can't think it'd be hard. I mean, you got to shoot a big ass gun, but it can't be a hard shot.
No, you're just going to drive out. It's like shooting a car.
You're really close.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I could never go.
It's just not for me.
I wouldn't want to.
It's just not for me.
No.
But like a kudu.
Yeah.
I would shoot a kudu. Like, that's like an antelope species. Like, they're an ungulate. Obviously, there's not endangered in any way. They
No.
have, free chance to run away. Like hippos got to stay pretty close to the water. It's not really hunting. You just go to the water and shoot them.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean,
And
there's
a giraffe's a pretty big goddamn target too. Like
yeah,
they're 20 fucking feet
yeah,
tall.
we're just shooting a 3-story building.
Yeah, you hit it anywhere, it's
Yeah.
gonna go down. And when they fall hard.
Yeah.
They're not getting back up.
Oh man. But yeah.
I don't know. I some things just hit me wrong, and that did.
Yeah.
But I do have this conversation with people a lot because some people that I'm friends with are not pro hunting,
Yeah.
and I get it. Like I don't hate them. It's just their stance. I don't have to
Yeah.
like their stance on things to like them as a person. But I do get into this conversation of you can just buy meat of the store. You don't have to kill things. But what makes
Well, the thing is, that you buy the meat at the store. Something killed it. Somebody.
that's
did.
the thing. Yeah. What's more valuable, the deer or the cow? Well, it depends on who you ask. If you ask the deer, I think it's pretty fucking
Yeah.
valuable. But if you ask the cow, they're gonna say, "Well, I enjoy my life too."
Yeah, it's just like the Chick-fil-A ads with the cows.
Eat
that
more
eat more chicken.
Yeah, man. No, I get into that conversation a lot, and then it's like most store-bought beef has got steroids and antibiotics and
Yeah, there's that's one thing too. I've really tried to do here the last several years is with the meat we eat. We either
wean
eat,
off of store-bought meat.
Yeah, we still eat store-bought chicken. That's about the only store-bought meat we eat anymore.
Yeah, but dude, like getting chicken is not really an easy task.
No.
Like you can't, like you can go kill chicken, but like a chicken is one meal.
Yeah.
Like
So-
where a deer is several.
Yeah.
A bison or something is several meals.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, we deer hunt, and then we get our farm raised beef that we eat. So
What she shared with me this year
yeah,
was delightful.
it's good. So like our beef and red meat, we take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And the thing is too with that, you know where it came from.
But here's the thing. So you know this because you were in England for a little while. Chicken in the States versus chicken in Europe is a completely different fucking animal.
Yeah.
Like the chicken, if you go get a chicken breast in Europe, it's like a little tiny,
Yeah.
and that's what they were meant to be. But if you get one in the States, man, it's like a fucking big ass chunk of fucking meat.
Yeah. Well, and it's just all the selective breeding and stuff they went through for these.
Everything
game
is
birds.
bred up. Everything is fed high protein diets. Like they're not the natural bird.
Yeah. They're bred to grow really fast.
And I'm not shitting on that. Like, I understand, like, as a farmer, the economic impact, like, a bigger bird brings more money.
Well,
More birds bring more money. Like, I get it. But at the same time, as a consumer,
yeah.
I want the most natural, the most, chemical-free. I just
Exactly.
want the meat portion.
Yeah. And that's the thing. A lot of the meat birds that you eat. I grew up on a chicken farm, so
This is your
and the
specialty.
the meat birds are full grown or harvesting size in 8 weeks.
That's such fast growth.
Yeah, and a normal barnyard chicken that you would you'd buy the baby chicks at Tractor Supply or whatever to raise up for eggs. Those take at minimum 20 weeks to reach maturity. So
you're looking at half the time.
yeah,
Less than half the time.
and they've done that too. Like you're saying, they feed them the high protein feed to help them grow faster and all
Yeah.
that because the shorter amount of time they are on the farm, the less it costs.
It's more profitable. Yeah. Makes
So-
sense. It's economics 101.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just less feed costs, less storage, all that
And
stuff.
I get it, but if as a consumer, I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't want that. Like, that's why, like, I love pheasant. Pheasant is like one of my
is delicious.
favorite
yeah.
meats in the world.
Yeah,
And it's great. And, like, they're fun to hunt. Like, they're beautiful bird. They taste amazing. Like,
yeah,
I'm all for it.
yeah.
If I can get, they don't have them here, obviously, but like I duck hunt here a lot. I love ducks. Keisha has barred me from shooting diver duck this year,
Oh man.
which is fine. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't care, but she won't eat it. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, duck's good. I really like geese. Some people don't like Canadian geese. I got a couple last year. I like them.
So it's all in how you do it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where any animal that people say, well, you got to cook it right,
Yeah.
is a little off.
Yeah.
You know, and it is. Canadian goose is if you don't cook it right, it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
But if you do cook it right, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's just like elk. Like, you don't have to cook elk right. Elk is just good.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of the elk I've had, it tastes like a high quality lean beef.
It's phenomenal. It's
excellent.
And from what I understand, it is the healthiest meat, bar none.
Yeah, elk
there is.
and then elk and venison. They have a lot of the omega-3s that you'd find in fish. Like, you would find some of those fatty acids that would find in seafood that you can find it. So they're good for your heart. Even like they have the good cholesterol in it.
Good for everything. Yeah, it's there's like zero body fat.
Yeah,
that's why elk burgers don't stick together. You can't make an elk burger unless it's mixed with another type of, like, a suet.
Yeah, you gotta add extra fat to it. And but man,
I'm a bacon. I like to grind up bacon with my elk.
Oh yeah, that's a great way to do it.
What are we drinking tonight, Trav?
So it looked like you brought back some beer from Montana.
Well, this is from Wyoming, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's well, we were drinking Yangling, but I brought back a couple cans of this stuff called North Platte Pale Ale. It's from Casper, Wyoming. I have not had this one. I got it back on my drive back from Montana in Sheridan at a gas station.
Okay.
I've heard it's good though. It's I like pale ales, personally.
Yeah, some of them are hit or miss. Like, some of them are.
I like that.
I do like that. That has like the citrusy flavor to it.
Yeah, that's nice.
But it doesn't have the bitter that some of the pale ales do. So I don't like the extra bitter stuff.
They used to, not to change the subject on beer here, because this is really good. There used to be a beer brewed in Billings called Grizzly Wolf Wheat, which is, and it was cool. They did it. They named their beers after fly fishing flies.
Oh, okay.
So a grizzly wolf is a type of a fly. But that was just the best pale ale I've ever had.
Yeah.
And they ended up closing up shop a few years ago. I don't think they brew it anywhere anymore. But this is actually similar. This is good.
I like that. Yeah.
The Gruner Brothers Brewing Company in Casper, Wyoming. It says our pale ale has a solid malty base and a medium body that is balanced out with rich floral aroma. Hints of fruit and citrus come through the hop flavor and round out the North Platte Pale Ale. This beer pairs well with fishing, floating down the river, and hanging out with friends to the river. That's nice.
Yeah, I like that. Well, you got any other drunk animal stories that?
Can't say that I do, man. I don't have a whole lot of experience with drunk animals.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Like, a lot of these stories, there's other ones that I was able to find. Those are the three most popular ones that I found online.
Yeah,
but I guess it happens more often than what
it makes sense. I mean, animals like fruit ferments.
Getting into stuff just like people do.
Yeah,
they're making their discoveries.
Yeah. Well, guys, we appreciate you hanging out with us this evening. We will be more attentive to the podcast. I got a baby on the way. I know shit just gets busy sometimes.
We're getting in October right now, so we got I know we got at least one October spooky season episode coming up. My wife went and did a ghost hunting trip with some of her friends to this abandoned prison in Missouri.
You should get her on to tell the stories.
She's gonna come on here, do the story, and tell.
Is she gonna be? She's coming down.
I think she's gonna do she'll do a Zoom meeting with us, and
okay.
We'll record it.
It's not as fun, but we'll make it work.
And but she had some wild experiences in this abandoned prison.
Did she get groped by an inmate?
Said something touched her. Said they heard voices.
Better watch out.
Yeah. So they sat in gas chamber where people were executed and stuff. So they had some freaky stuff. So
That's weird. Where was this at?
it's in Missouri, Jefferson City, Missouri. It's the
All right.
It was the old Missouri State Penitentiary. There were some famous people in prison there too. So we'll get all of that too.
Yeah, it
in
sounds
that
good.
episode.
A little preview for you.
Yeah, so we'll have that episode coming out here soon. And we were talking about doing an episode on the nursery rhymes, right?
Yeah.
The original or the
true meaning behind some of the most popular nursery rhymes.
yeah. And
So-
some of them are way darker than what.
Most of them have come from a pretty bad place.
Yeah.
Another thing is Keisha and I, we're talking about doing a ghost tour here in October.
Oh, okay.
So I think maybe we'll get groped too. We'll see.
If you're lucky, yeah.
Yeah,
There you
I'll
go.
dress sexy for the ghost.
There you go. So yeah, look out for those new episodes coming out here soon, and we appreciate you joining us. Keep liking and subscribing.
Share us with your friends.
Yeah,
Grope us if you see us.
there you go. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Also, as always,
Have a plan.
don't drink and drive.
Make sure you call a friend or phone a friend or call an Uber.
That's right.
So
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
have a good one.